358, thank you for joining me today. Appreciate it so very, very, very much. Really do. So, I'm going to type up the Brooklyn Bridge. Okay, then before I show you the images I come up with, just think of every image you've seen. Now, I'll throw you guys a bone. I'm not talking about the bridge itself, like how it looks or like how many lanes there are, or nothing like that. More like the positioning of the bridge. When you see the Brooklyn Bridge, what do you see around this bridge? Like, what are you used to seeing? The terrain, the buildings around it. I'm not trying to be like, oh, there used to be 32 steps on that staircase, now there's 36. I'm not doing that. I'm just you know, like when you look at you know, anything in your life that you like, something you've grown accustomed to, it's a regular for you. So for me, my experience with the Brooklyn Bridge in New York is just 9/11. It was heavy into that, hundreds and hundreds of hours. I've seen everything. You know, I've put out videos going, you know, after we've been affected, I've put out videos going, oh my God, this is a new video. I've never seen this angle before. These columns, I've never seen these columns fall like this. And a lot of you agreed. A lot of you are like, damn, I've never really seen this angle before too. And I never even noticed those columns. So there's going to be a lot of more things happening around New York, and just the same as all around the world. But we're going to stick to New York now. And so basically just think. Okay, I'm going to show you the photos now. I typed in Brooklyn Bridge, World Trade Center, 9/11. Okay. And just remember, envision everything. The bridge, which direction it went, where it was connected to and connecting from, everything. Remember the days on 9/11, remember the explosions, remember what you saw when those explosions happened, remember what was in the picture and what was not in the picture. So this explosion here is brand new for me. I've never seen this type of, well, I've never seen the Brooklyn Bridge in this photo before like this. And so I'm talking to the people who are from Sagittarius. Obviously, if you're from Orion, which is here on this planet, this is the norm. This is not the norm for me. This is even weirder. This is even weirder because we're about to talk about this building right here. So notice it has the New York telephone company bell sign there. It now has the Verizon sign. This is now the Verizon building. We're going to talk about that building in a second. But when you see this explosion, and I've watched many documentaries on 9/11, I've seen lots of videos, home videos, and just pictures, photos. There's two things that stand out in this picture. Well, three things actually. This building here, the one we just talked about, we're going to talk about that in a moment, Verizon. The Brooklyn Bridge, oh wait, this isn't the Brooklyn Bridge. What I meant to say is this bridge right here stands out. I don't remember seeing an explosion like this with this bridge under there. That doesn't look correct, okay? And then this bridge right here. So we got the Brooklyn Bridge and the Manhattan Bridge. What is the oh, never mind. So, oh, and the other thing that's standing out, but I don't want to say anything about it, is this building right here. All these, you know, the vertical lines. None of this looks right, but I could keep going on and on about it, but I'll just show you more pictures. Like, I don't remember seeing the explosion like this, with the smoke like this, put the Brooklyn Bridge over it like that. Don't remember that, but I'm not going to say anything else into it. This photo here is very, I don't remember seeing buildings like guys, how many thousands and thousands of independent photographers were around that day, and how many people, like cell phones, I don't think they were that big back then. Like, even if they were, a lot of them didn't have cameras on them. I didn't have a cell phone, I don't think, but I think I got one like a year after that. Regardless, I get that when I say, oh, I've never seen this before. There's so many pictures out there that I haven't seen of this same event, so I'm not gonna be like room for error. But this seems to be a very popular picture. You know what I mean? Like, it's over and over. You got the New York or the Brooklyn Bridge crossing across the city. Like, I mean, here's the other thing. It's very predominant now, the Brooklyn Bridge. It's what I mean crossing over the city is like the bridge blocks out all of the city now. I don't remember this view ever, but it's a very popular view. Okay, it's very popular. Like, look, it's over and over and over. This is not how I remember it at all. And look, this is before 9/11. Look at the bridge. I don't remember that at all in that angle, that direction. So we're going to take a look at Google Earth, because I remember the bridge pointing the other way and you can only see the towers. Now I know these are actually good photos. I didn't see these ones earlier. So I tried to make this video earlier and I screwed up. So I'm used to seeing the buildings like this with the bridge coming over like this, but I know this is we're looking east. So I know the Brooklyn Bridge would have to go that way, you know, the other way, but I'm just saying, like, it's not fitting. Okay, this is not fitting. It's also not a very good picture. I mean, it's not good that this bridge just covers all of the city. That's not what you want, right? Like, I don't know. It doesn't look good to me. You want both. You want to see the bridge and the city. You want to see the skyline. Now this bridge just totally cuts that off. That's the other thing. It's just new to me. Look at this picture. Does that resonate with you at all? Do you remember seeing this before? Like, I don't. So you feel like, I'll show you on Google Earth where I feel the Brooklyn Bridge used to be. Now we have to remember that I say this a lot in my live streams, that if you're gonna change one spot and you're trying to, you know, be like, okay, let's put New York back the way it was. Well, you have to fix New Jersey. You'll have to fix Queens, Manhattan, everything. All the surrounding neighborhoods have to be fixed in order to fix something else. So it's a tough thing to do. The one thing I will start with is, you see this part right here? I'm gonna say that it was down here more. So let's just stick with the tip right here. Boom. I'll say that was probably right around here more. Here's why I say that. When the immigrants all came over on the boat a long time ago, they first entered the harbor and they would see the Statue of Liberty. It was the first thing they saw, and then they would go to Ellis Island. Well, I mean they were on the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island were the same thing. They would do their thing, then cross over into New York. But now what you've got is this long boat ride to the Statue of Liberty. Okay? It wasn't like that. It was as soon as you got into the harbor, boom. So what does that do? Excuse me, clearing my throat here. So if we've got this over here, all of this side still has to change. Like I said, if you're going to change Manhattan, you have to change Queens, you have to change everything else. So I can't sit here and pinpoint and be like, oh, this is where this used to be and that, because I just don't know. All I'm going is by memory scan, like my memory, my body memory, you know. So let's pretend we've moved all that down. This is the Brooklyn Bridge, which we've been viewing. The Brooklyn Bridge for me would probably do this more. Okay, now I have no worries about where the land was on this side. That doesn't matter right now for this video. That's not our concern. All I can say is that if we bring this down, all of this changes. Same with this and this and this and this. You know what I mean? Everything changes. So for now, let's just say this is where it is now, right? Claim it to be. We've pulled it down. The Brooklyn Bridge should be going across this way. Because I remember postcards and like just seeing videos. I can't get the angle right here. So just try and envision here. I'll just leave those lines there actually. Of seeing the skyline like this. with the Brooklyn Bridge there. You can see it there. It's still on the same spot. It's still on the same side. Everything's still the same. You just have to move it down more and change the angle on it. Changes everything. Now you've got a skyline on the left and you got the Brooklyn Bridge and a beautiful postcard. That's what I remember. Stuff like this. You can still get that shot. You know what I mean? But now your most famous shot for some reason is down in between these two bridges and like this. That makes no sense. So let me know what you guys think on that. I'm not gonna beat this to death. It's just something I've noticed. The Brooklyn Bridge has been bothering me for a while. Same with the Manhattan Bridge. I don't know what's going on here with this bridge. Guys, just if you've got Google Earth, just scan around for a bit. Use your memory. Okay? Let me know what you come up with. So let's talk about this Verizon building right here. This is the world's tallest data center, whatever that means. You know what this building looks like? Or reminds me of, I should say. It doesn't look like. It reminds me of this tall building with no windows. Long lines building. 33rd and Thomas Street. 33 Thomas Street, which is an odd number. Tall and very like windowless. But it's got little windows, but the slits make it look like there's no windows. But the world's tallest data center, what does that mean? What data? You know what I mean? So this building definitely stands out. Let's take a look at some pictures just so you guys could see that, you know. Brooklyn Bridge of Verizon. Now, does this look normal to you? You know what I mean? Does that resonate with you at all? I feel like when I see this picture, I'm on another planet. Honestly, like, we are on another planet. But it really kicks in after a while. You really kick in. Like, we could drive there and I could like touch this building and be like, what? That does not resonate at all. Especially, do you know how iconic this bridge is? Especially these two pillars, the both of them on this bridge. I've never once seen this pillar. I don't know what to properly call them, but these giant pillars here that hold up these cables, I don't ever recall them being near this Verizon building. Like, this Verizon building's an eyesore, if you want my opinion. You didn't ask for it, but you got it. It's an eyesore. It looks nasty. I don't like it. Not to be right where it is, representing New York. You know what I mean? Look at this. Is it even... Anywho, look at that. It's just wrong. I've never seen this in a movie. No postcards. And it goes hand in hand with the new direction of the Brooklyn Bridge. It doesn't go. Look at how empty this picture is. I don't remember ever seeing this much emptiness. I also don't remember the Brooklyn Bridge being beside these buildings here. Like these, I don't know what these buildings are called. It's obviously a residential area, but like, this looks off. This does not look correct. I mean, for us who come from Sagittarius, obviously this is of this world. But again, I'm going to start repeating myself, so I'm going to end the video here. What time we got here? What are we at? Oh, it's perfect. Yeah, 15-minute videos are perfect for me. And for you, I hope. Because, you know, who likes that? I don't know. Look at that. That's New York. Like, that looks like the Empire State Building, but not really. It's a new modern day building. It's a $60,000 a month penthouse. What? That's why this world is changing. That's why it's going in a hole. So just take a look. Does this building look familiar with other buildings? No, it's so out of place. Anyway, like I said, I'm just repeating myself. Guys, you can look into it. You've got Google Earth. I showed you enough pictures. At the beginning of the video, I asked you to remember what the Brooklyn Bridge looked like and if it resonated with you at all, if you can remember. And look at this building. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Brooklyn Bridge, totally not in its right spot, with the old World Trade Center. And look what's here. Now that's the New York telephone company, and then Verizon bought it, and then Verizon just recently renovated it, and that's where all those blue windows came from. They just finished it recently. So, but when you see this picture, do you resonate with it at all? I don't. This looks like a different New York City. This, wow, like this is like one of those times right now where it's hitting me that, yeah, this is different. We're at a different, I don't know what to call it, because I don't want to put ideas in people's heads. I myself am looking for where we are and what words to use. I'm at a loss of words, but let me know what you think, guys. Again, I'm repeating myself. I'm repeating my repeats. Alright guys, have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next shift. Take the poll and let me know what you think down below. Lone Eagle 112358. Peace. Oh yeah, I wanted to add this in on my experience with the New York Trade Center, World Trade Center, and why I feel the buildings or the bridge is in the wrong spot. I had an affinity for the World Trade Centers. Always have. I also have an affinity for just tall buildings and structures. Like, I'm afraid of heights, but I would still love to go to the top of these things and experience it. When I was watching 9/11 videos, oh my god, on a regular for like 2 years, it was nonstop. I often wondered what it would be like to be on top of the World Trade Center and watch a plane collide. Yeah, I have crazy thoughts like that. So I'd watch a lot of videos of people in their home videos from on top of the World Trade Center just to try and get an idea of the height and like what it would look like. And one thing I do remember is looking south and looking over here, and you see I still have those lines there. That's where I remember the bridge being. I would even go as far as to say like I would move it over more this way, but I'll leave it there for now. I don't want to make it about that, but I always remembered looking south and seeing the bridge right away. Now it could be easily done like this, guys. I could easily just churn it like this and boom, there's the Brooklyn Bridge, and people could be like, all you have to do is churn a little bit. But no, it wasn't like that. It was this direction. I remember it was out towards the inlet, you know, the opening of the bay there, and I remember seeing Brooklyn Bridge right there. That's what resonates with me. That's my residue, you know. It's just memory. I scan it, I feel with my body, my mind, and that's what it's telling me. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Have a great day. Peace.